Hello everyone and welcome to FiST Chat, the vodcast that features discussions on the topics of film, science and technology. My name is Ben Warner and I'm joined once again by my good friend and colleague Steve Kern for the final of our 4 episodes that we've recorded on this fine May Saturday. How are you today, Steve?
I'm very well, thanks, Ben. Hello, FiST Chat fans. I am desperate for a walk out in the park, some coffee, and probably a finger bun. So,
yeah, I mean, recording all these episodes back to back, it's like we're locked in the studio by some overlord henchman that wants to just beat us into submission for all of our content.
Maybe we need a 24/7 like sort of telethon or something.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, before we get into our topic for our episode today, don't forget our website, FiSTchat.com. You can get all our links there. You can subscribe to our audio via iTunes, RSS and FeedBurner, and videos on YouTube, Vimeo and Digicosm TV. You can interact with us on Twitter, Google Plus and Facebook. Love to hear from you. We've got our ebook, The FiST Report, at fistreport.com, available from Amazon, 99 cents, great read, and helps to support our show. And there's also the supplementary content, weekly blogs, photography on Instagram and Flickr. And please recommend us to anyone who may be interested in our weekly discussions, although they're released weekly, but as we're doing at the moment, we're pre-recording a whole batch together just because our schedules are a little bit tighter than normal. All right, we're going to actually cover an episode that I don't think, cover a topic, I should say, that I don't think we've covered before, the science and animals, and the way sort of animals impact scientific research might be a good way of describing it. We'll just go through a couple of things. Alligator's smile holds clues to new teeth. And from the ABC, American alligators could help to revolutionize tooth replacement in humans because their teeth are not that dissimilar from ours, and but with the main difference being is that when an adult human loses a tooth, it's gone forever, whereas an alligator goes through around 3,000 teeth in a lifetime. It's estimated that a 4-meter-long alligator replaces each of its 80 teeth about 50 times throughout its existence. Imagine that. Imagine if we could do that. Would we need dentists apart from having to pull teeth out? Maybe.
Gosh, I can't be drinking all those fizzy cans. I could.
You could get they could dissolve your teeth. Oh, I don't like my teeth. I'll get a new set, thanks.
Yeah, grind them down to the stumps and they come back. That's fantastic. No need to wear mouth guards in sport.
Yeah, and just like chopping fingernails, I guess they'll just come straight back.
Exactly.
I mean, what do you think that they're really talking about here? Is there is it the idea of growing them back, or just how does it work?
It's very interesting. Basically, the genetics of hair is exactly the same as the genetics of a tooth.
Okay.
And obviously, while some follicles do senesce and fall out, basically, if you could take the same process and apply them to teeth, and there are animals like the alligator that can do that, then humans effectively could continue growing teeth into their adult lives. And that would certainly be a big boon for dentistry. I don't think we'll ever lose dentists.
No, they'll find a way to stay relevant, I'm sure.
Well, that's right. I think, as long as we have any teeth at all, we'd probably need them. Probably even doing different jobs, keeping them straight and the like. But so it does have a lot of implications, and that would be a wonderful thing. I mean, dental problems, especially with aging populations, are a huge issue, and good strong oral hygiene and teeth and all those sorts of things are really important. So the ability to regrow our own teeth would be fantastic.
Absolutely. Speaking of regrowing things, we can also look at limbs. Scavenger cells help limbs to regrow, also from the ABC. An immune system cell that helps limbs regrow in salamanders brings hope that we may eventually be able to mimic the animal's amazing regenerative powers. Salamanders are unique amongst vertebrates in being able to repair their hearts, tails, spinal cord and brain, and even regrow whole limbs during adult life. Again, is that a similar sort of thing that they're talking about here?
Absolutely. I mean, the big problem that we have as humans is that, the older we get, the harder it is for our bodies to repair ourselves. And certainly if we lose a limb or a vital organ, it isn't coming back, not with today's technology. We've spoken about regenerative medicine before, and it's maybe quite possible that the way that the salamander's genetic functions work, if we can unlock the secrets to that, then we too could at least benefit a little bit, hopefully, if we have damaged organs or damaged tissues, getting a much better or faster regeneration of those tissues and healing. Yeah. Although I doubt that we'll ever be able to grow back limbs. Organs potentially, but limbs are much more complicated.
It certainly makes the future of medicine in this century a lot more interesting.
We've spoken about it a lot on FiST Chat, and it will, and I think it's one of those things that'll creep up on us where we'll be surprised at one day at the medical technology we've got. A bit like today, we should absolutely be shocked at the mobile digital technology that we've got, but we're not. We just take it for granted.
Yeah,
I think medicine will go the same way.
Exactly. All right, we'll move on again from the ABC. Why penguins lost their wings. This is more of an evolutionary kind of thing. They lost their ability to fly millions of years ago because they became lean and mean diving machines, trading flight for such skills. And I wanted to throw in here, because this kind of sort of links into sort of the evolutionary side of things, another final article from the ABC. The oldest ape sheds a light on human evolution. Fossil evidence of the earliest monkey and old world ape has been found in the East African Rift Valley. The discovery of the 25.2 million year old fossil partial jaw and tooth suggests tectonic movement could have played a role in human evolution, say researchers. I think the idea behind both of these stories for me was the idea that we're living in a changing world where we all have to adapt to different environments, and we don't really notice it as much because a lot of these types of changes occur over such a long period of time. And when you think about it, we haven't, as humans, been here that long. And the fact that we are here and have progressed the way we have, I guess is kind of good for us with with the way we've developed. But it's also fascinating to know that things were very different in the past.
Yeah, well, civilization goes back maybe 5,000 years. Humans kind of as we know them, maybe back, 60,000 years beyond that. And the length of time that it took to get there is just amazing. You're talking about, billions of years or hundreds of millions of years prior to that. The fact that dinosaurs existed for so long. And as humans, we very often forget that, we all share, as Richard Dawkins would say, I think it's the 200 million grandfathers ago, we all had the same grandfather. Everyone did, and that grandfather was a fish.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it kind of boggles the mind when you think about that, this idea of change, where we came from and how things evolved, and how our planet had a lot of very different life forms in the past too.
Yeah, well, the whole evolutionary change, and the fact that there are whole, groups of animals that are extinct, such as the dinosaurs that, were here, plants, everything. So I think, we forget that, that we are animals very often. And we're certainly very different animals today with our high-tech devices and our connectability, but we are still animals, and we still will change. And as I've always said, Ben, and I only say it because I know that it's been predicted for a long time, but our next step of evolution is us leaving Earth and moving into space. And it sounds crazy to say it today, but in 1,000 years' time, of course it made sense.
And we probably wouldn't even recognise ourselves either.
Oh, I don't know. We might look like the people off Star Trek.
Yeah, possibly. Or
not this new franchise stuff.
Or what about maybe we could do an episode on that too. But I'm thinking of Wall-E. Actually, I don't know if you've seen that, but the guys in that spaceship.
Yeah, that could well be us.
We'll just have to cut back on the food. All right, Steve, I think we'll wrap it up there. So thanks again for the chat and for recording all 4 of these episodes today.
It's a pleasure. Tweet us, FiST Chat fans. Let us know what you're up to, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.
Absolutely. All right, so that's it for this episode. So we'll catch you next time.